I just had the most interesting conversation with a gentleman on one of my posts. He's Catholic. I am not. He's Catholic. And he was very respectful. And I, in turn, was very respectful with him. There's no reason for us to be disrespecting each other. We can all have civilized discussions. You know, we got talking about Texas and the legislature here and how they want to, they wanted to try to pass this bill that would require all schools to display the 10 Commandments. And he said, what's wrong with that? And I said, well, would you feel the same way if, they were required to display tenets of the Quran? And he didn't feel good about that. So, we talked some more, and he's like, I was always taught by my parents, that we aren't supposed to hate on anybody. And I said, yeah. I said, I was taught the same thing. So we talked some more, and, he was like, with schools, religion shouldn't be a part of schools, and neither should be teaching about LGBTQIA stuff. And my thoughts on that are very similar to his. I think that schools should be teaching math and reading and science and history, not whitewashed history, real history. Rosa Parks sat in the back of that bus because she was black. She sat in the back of that bus and refused to get up for a white man. That's a fact. We can't write that away. Come on, man. That's real life. That shit happened. We need to learn from that. That history needs to be taught so it doesn't get repeated. But we talked about that, and I agree that's what needs to be happening in schools. School needs to be a space for learning. It needs to be a space for kids to be kids. Okay? And if a kid decides, he wants to be straight, great. If a kid decides he wants to be gay, great. If a kid decides he wants to be a girl, great. If she decides she wants to be a boy, great. If she decides she wants to be a unicorn for the day, awesome. They're kids. Leave them alone. Let them be what they want to be. Jesus Christ. Don't force labels on anybody. Not me, not them. They're children. Pretend and dress up and play and all of that shit is part of being a kid. Did y'all forget that shit? How many kids played G.I. Joe? I know I did. I mean, shit. That was one of my favorite friggin' things. Cops and robbers. Oh, hell yeah. Football in the street? Yeah, you bet. And if your little girl wants to do that, let her do it. It's not a big deal. She's going to grow up to be who she's going to grow up to be. It doesn't matter what you try to force on that child. It doesn't matter what you do. They're gonna learn what they need to learn in school, hopefully, if people will stop trying to whitewash history and dumb down our kids with this stupid ass new math. New math, what the hell, y'all? Who does multiplication with a box? Are you kidding me? So we gotta educate our kids. We gotta focus on that. Got to focus on that. Math and science, reading, history, all these things. Those are important. Why are we fighting about all this other bullshit? Let people live their lives. Period. You deal with your kids. I will deal with my kids. And that's it. I don't have the right to deal with your kid. You don't have the right to deal with my kid. Period.